Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world talks radio. Got a good show for you. General exam questions, a story you won't forget, and your comments worldwide. Wherever you may be, welcome back. Sam and Dave, 1967, Soul Man, the original. Yeah, I like this one a lot. You know, the Blues Brothers did a great cover of it, but the original always is the best. Last bit of a chorus on Ham Radio Live. Wherever you may be, it is Wednesday, April the 5th. My gosh, has it been that long? Wherever you may be, away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's so good to see you guys. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. Not just Ham Radio, but where the world comes to talk radio. And it's an honor to see you guys today. Thank you for coming. Sorry it's been a long, long wait. Well, you probably know it's coming, so hit it, my friend.
And now, a Larry moment. So
anyway, my wife had 5 days off, and I want to make sure that these 5 days were special for her. Little did we know what was ahead of us these 5 days. And my poor brother is struggling so hard. And bless his heart, he's trying. He really is. But his care requires a lot more time than it used to. So I'm sorry that I can't come a lot every day like I used to. I hope to come back and do that again when I have a chance to. And I will. I promise you I will. But it's just been so much care that I've needed to be so many places. And I've got such a great story for you today. It's a neat story that I've never shared on the channel. It's a true story about a very good time in my life, but also a rough time in my life, and also going back there again. I hope you enjoyed that story. Plus, we'll have some general exam questions, and we'll have your topic question that I think will be interesting for you. If you'd like to get an amateur radio, best way to do it is to get your hold of a big club. The American Radio Relay League is great because they have a directory of amateur radio clubs worldwide. So maybe you're in Africa or possibly Australia, or maybe you're here in the States or Canada. You can contact the American Radio Relay League at www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. Let them know you want your license and where you live. They'll send you an email back with a local to you amateur radio club. And that is so important when you're first starting, because that club's going to answer your questions and help you with getting your license and even on the air possibly too. Starts that first email, www.arrl.org. We have a show email that is info@hamradiolive.org. Today's topic question: do you think North America should follow the Bandplans in Europe? I know we have a lot of European listeners that watch this show. And, you know, for North Americans, it might be different because, like, wait a minute, I don't want to give up on 7.2 to 7.3 on 40 meters, but maybe that's in exchange for moving down a little bit in frequency to be able to work sideband like they do in Europe. Let me know. We'll make it part of this show here. And we're grateful to see you. Let's find out who's first, second, and third in the show today. And I'm so grateful just to say hello to you around the world. That's no lie. It has been way too long. All right, first up, from Akron, Ohio, but now living in Holy Toledo, Ohio, that would be William, Alpha Delta 8, India Tango. William, welcome back to the show. Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you, William. You know, I'm going to share with you guys something. Working on a t-shirt design for OTH Radio. It's the only, I get that the gang that is on WTTW has a great following, and they should because they're very talented. They're now known as the WRMI Legends. Great group of guys that were in radio a long time and have a shortwave show. But WRMI's OTH radio, the one that I'm blessed to be a part of, is the only one that's broadcast worldwide. And that makes it really special. So many folks in Europe are really excited for that show because it has music on it. And we're going to be making a t-shirt. Let me know if you'd be interested in buying one of those. The proceeds, if there's profits to it, the idea is to send those profits to a children's cancer charity here in the States, trying to help find some solutions for cancer for kids. So let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. Andy Kelly, the brother of many, second up. Welcome. Big applause. Hi, Andy. 2 Echo 0, Romeo Echo Echo. Welcome to the show from the UK. Always a pleasure to see you. Sean Hummel Newell from Saskatchewan. Call sign Victor Echo 5, Juliet Hotel, November. Let's give him some claps. Hi, John. Hope you and everybody there as well. It's good to see you. A very happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Also joining us here from the beautiful state of, I believe it's, wait, Greg, hold on. I'm going to make it. I don't want to make a mistake. So we'll just go. Kilo Fox Zero, Charlie New Zealand. Greg has joined the show. Hi, Greg. Welcome. I can't remember, and I'm trying to remember everything. See, I remember Todd, Kilo 6 Sierra Union Delta. He lives in Central California. Welcome, Todd. Always a pleasure to have you. But I kind of messed up there just a little bit on Greg. I almost stepped on it, so I didn't want to make another mistake. I make enough of those. Lionel joins us. Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Foxtrot Hotel. Hello, my friend. Always a pleasure to see you. Todd says can't stay long, but wanted to say hi. Hello to you as well. Thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure to say hello to you, Todd, in the beautiful state of California. Also joining us, Steve from the UK, Mike 1 Sierra Delta Hotel. Always a pleasure. Robert Varner, Kilo Charlie 2, Tango Echo Lima. Ryan Conradi, South Africa in the house. Big applause. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Zulu Sierra 1, Zulu Alpha Romeo. But here in radio, we'd call that Zanzibar Sierra 1, Zanzibar Alpha Radio. Right? Ryan, nice to see you. Congratulations on the license as well. Sam Weaver from the state of Alabama. Sweet home. Nice to see you, Sam. Kilo Mike 4, Echo Echo Oscar. Thanks for coming. Don joins us November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. Hello and welcome to the show. And Don's first one to answer the topic question, too. We'll get that. There it is, Bettendorf, Iowa. Thank you, Greg. Big applause for Greg now. Thanks, Greg. Because I would have said Colorado. That was in my mind. I was going to, and before it came out, I immediately said, nope, not going to say it.
My name is Larry.
No. Don with the first one to answer a topic question about, would you like the U.S. to follow the European band plan? He said, no. I don't want to give up 900 megahertz, parts of 440 band, etc. It's more than just 40. It's exactly right. He's right. It's not just 40 meters. I just use that as an example. So, Don, thank you for answering. That's good to hear that. That's neat. Neat answer. And again, topic question today is, would you folks, do you think the folks in the U.S. should just follow the European band plan? I know it's not realistic, but it's a topic question. There you go. And good evening to you in South Africa, Ryan. Thank you very, very much for coming. I appreciate you guys coming. I think we got everybody. Do we have everything? Oh, wait, Don continues on. He said, I would like to change our licensing system so beginners can get on HF the way to do in Europe. That's true. But you know what's interesting, Don? Something that came across my brain, it takes a while, and when I finally get it, it's slow. But technicians have a lot more than it seems because they do get data. They get digital modes. And a lot of them are interested in FT8, FT4. So for them, they have that to begin with, which is a kind of an interesting thing. Again, way before digital modes became what they are now with WSJTX software. You know, before it was like radio teletype, CW, stuff like that might be harder for them to do. Now it's easier to do, and they get privileges on a lot of HF bands. They don't get 20. That's one band they do not get, whether it's for data or for voice. But I understand exactly what you're saying, and to give them maybe lower power but more frequencies. It's a nice comment. Thanks. Yeah. Interesting, right? Makes sense. Victory DP, welcome. Just got to work. We're glad you're here. Ron Walensky, November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo, welcome. Johanna's joined us all the way from Spain. Hi, Johan. Good to see you. My goodness. Echo Alpha 3014-SWL. Always a pleasure, Johan. Hi, Larry and everyone back after a lot of time out. We're grateful you're here. Thanks for joining us. And not to be outdone, Nikolai joins us all the way from Romania, Yankee Oscar 8, November India Kilo. Welcome, my friend. All right. Don't forget today's topic question. Do you think North America should maybe follow Europe's band plan? Now, I get it. here in North America, we get a lot. We do. There's a lot here. And I thought about flipping the question. Should Europe get what we have here? But they can't because of all the shortwave broadcasters. So here we don't have as many, really. So that's really the answer. So Chris, welcome, UK. Last welcome for now. Golf 7, Victor, Echo, Oscar. Big applause. That's good. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you coming to the show. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm excited to bring this up. The DXPedition calendar for folks that want to work the expeditions. There are some cool ones that have been added to the list. I want to make sure and get these off the top of the show. Digital modes are most of them now, okay? Solomon Islands runs through the 30th. That's going now. Hotel 44, Mike Sierra, and that's a good signal made by Germanham, Delta Lima 2, Golf Alpha Charlie on HF, and look, sideband and FT8. Cape Verde, also FT8 and sideband, 20, 40, 15, and 10. Sideband FT8 and call sign Delta 44, Kilo India Tango. Good one to look for. This is a tough one. And let me just share, it's only through the 22nd. South Sudan, this is very rare. It's Africa. Zulu 81 Delta, right? Zulu 81 Delta. This is going to be huge. And they're going to be working FT8. So their signal probably going to be heard worldwide. So listen for it if you want to work them digitally on FT8. Also on sideband. So look for them. Zulu 81 Delta. It's a good one to work. New, and I'm probably saying that wrong, and I don't mean to, Echo 6, and this is 40 to 10, sideband, Morse code, radio teletype, also digital, working at FT8. Cape Verde Islands, Delta 4, November Alpha, holiday style operation, so they're going to work when they get a chance to, all right? Morse code, sideband, perhaps some FT8, and they're on 20 watts. Maldives, and this is something that doesn't pop up a lot, only through April the 10th. Look for Oscar Echo 7, Mike Oscar Papa. That's Oscar Echo 7, Mike Oscar Papa, running some radio teletype, some Morse code, sideband, 100 watts there. No digital on that one. Mayotte, Foxtrot Hotel. It's by Fox 4, India Fox Fox. They're going to be as Fox Hotel slant, Fox 4, India Fox Fox. 80 to 10. It's a wide range. FT8. Notice nothing else mentioned. FT8. 250 watts with verticals and a dipole. That's going to be a good one to get. Mayotte. Try and look for that. Again, Foxtrot Hotel slant. Fox 4, India, Fox, Fox. Also, currently, Monaco, 3 Alpha 8 Alpha Bravo. That's going to be HF. Don't say what they're doing. Solomon Islands, tough to get in the South Pacific. Hotel 44, Mike India. Sent by Germanham, 80, 40, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. Sideband, radio teletype, Morse code, and notice no mention of FT8 there. So look for them on the CW bands and the radio teletype band. Panama, Hotel 31 Whiskey, great signal there, 40 to 6, sideband, Morse code, NFT8. It's a good one to work here in North America and South America, as well as folks in Europe as well. Good signal. Turks and Caicos, Victor Papa 5, FT8, 40 to 10 meters. So only FT8 on that one to get Turks and Caicos. Bermuda starts in about a week, all right? That's Victor Papa 9 Kilo Fox, working out of the Hamilton Parish. That's HF Morse code only, being done by Gulf 4 Bravo Kilo India from Bailey's Bay there. South Cook Islands, I want to bring this up because there's not many people working in the South Cook Islands in the South Pacific. Echo 51's a prefix, right? So look for Echo 51, and the call signs to look for Echo 51 Whiskey Echo Golf and Echo 51 Charlie Kilo. All right. They're going to be working FT8, 40 to 10 meters, Morse code, sideband, radio teletype, and FT8. Again, Echo 51, look for that prefix. Guatemala, this is a good one. Tango Golf 9 Alpha Delta Mike, 80 meters only, QRV for CQ MM. And then we got Palau, that's Tango, and Palau is not easy to get. That's a good one. And it runs April 15th and 16th only, so just 2 days. Tango 88 Union Whiskey. Not saying what they're working, but keep an eye out for them. It's going to be a good one. Belize, that's not as rare. It's fairly common to get Belize, but available. Victor 31, Juliet Zulu Slant Papa. They're working from South Water Cave, 80 to 10, mainly Morse code, QSL by Clugbog, online QRS. And finally, British Virgin Islands. You usually see U.S. Virgin Islands. Victor Papa 2, Victor is the call sign. Again, look for the call sign Victor Papa 2 Victor slant Kilo Delta 9 Tango Alpha Whiskey 40 to 10 sideband FT8 100 watts holiday style operation, and that's your FT8 and your digital calendar. your voice in your Morse code radio teletype calendar for the coming week or so. And yes, I hear the dog is barking. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, it's really hard right now. So please keep, if you're inclined, keep my brother in your prayers. He gets confused really, really easy. So yeah, just letting you know that. That's why they keep barking. Question of the day. Do you think North America should follow the ban plans in Europe? Let me know in the comments section, and we will make it part of the show. Want to say a quick hello to Rodney, Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. Never a show without him. Big applause. Hi, Rodney. It's nice to see you, my friend. Country Strong and Free also joins the show. That's nice, Rodney. Thank you for what you said. And that's really cool. Also, Aaron Lutz, dear friend of ours in Canada, Victor Echo 5 Lima Golf. Also, Victor Echo 5 Echo Mike Lima. He's so good. He has 2 call signs. Welcome to the show, my friend, as always. Dwight Hitchens, my shortwave mate from Virginia. Hi, Dwight. Good to see you. Again, we're talking about putting together a fun, and this is, by the way, VK Radio. Welcome. That's Victor Kilo 3 Golf Echo Kilo Graham. Welcome. All the way from the beautiful country of Australia. Wow, nice to see you. Talking about putting together a radio station T-shirt. When's the last time you saw one of those, right? Except on me, right? Okay. But we're doing it for OTH Radio. And the cool part is that the profits for the sale of the shirts is going to go to a Children's Cancer Foundation, nonprofit, to help them out to find some solutions to help kids with cancer. So if you're interested, let me know, right? Country Strong says, I get Belize once a year or so. Exactly. Yeah, Belize isn't too hard. From Southern California, Dave joins us. Whiskey 6, Charlie Romeo Tango. Nothing better than watching ham radio live at work. Give him a big old beep beep for that. Nice. Thank you. It's nice. Thanks, Dave. That's cool. Steve said, managed to work Palau Station back in February, 7,500 miles on 10 watts, 20 meters. Couldn't believe it. True. And you can do it. That's the beauty of working digital. When you're doing something so long, so hard, it takes forever, right? Because you keep trying, and you try, and you try. I got a neat story for you in just a little bit. I'll share it with you. It's a true story. It happened over the weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. It's one of our viewers here in the family, so hopefully you enjoy that. Let's see, Country Strong, don't need to keep him in my prayers. Oh, bless your heart. He was given a room when I first found this stream a year and a half ago for my brother. Thanks a lot. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Thank you very, very much. Let's see, Aaron, good here. Other than someone siphoned all the fuel out of my tractor. Are you kidding me? What the heck?
No!
Really? Do people? Oh, man. No. Not cool. Sorry about that. Especially with fuel prices being so high. Oh, my gosh. Ronnie, today's topic question, no. I think we should merge them, seeing as there are frequencies in both regions that are exclusive to the corresponding region. Nice comment, Ronnie. Thank you. Yeah. So, there you go. Not necessarily have North America follow Europe, but maybe make a connection between them, find common ground. Interesting comment. Steve from the UK, hope Bob's doing well. Larry, you're doing a great job looking after him. Well, I try to look after him the best I can. Thank you, Steve. It's very kind of you to say. I mean that very much. And you guys, thank you. It really is so hard right now. Let me get to the quick little questions and answers on HemTest Online. And we'll get to Aaron's real quick before we go. Aaron's topic question. Nope. I enjoy and use all the extra bandwidth on HF. I'm not interested in 4 meters either. So HemTest Online, by the way, is going to be online until at least June 30th. They're looking for a buyer to buy their company. If they find a serious buyer and they can make it work before then, they will stay going, which is kind of cool because it's the only online service that has a money-back guarantee that if you don't like what they're teaching you, you can get your money back, which is really pretty cool. You can find them online at www.hemtestonline.com, and they're good people. They'll help you out and get you licensed. I mean, they got me from 0 to extra pretty quickly. Find them again, www.hemtestonline.com. Doing general hem bites today. First of questions of 10. What is the output waveform of an unfiltered full-wave rectifier connected to a resistive load? A resistive load. All right. If you remember twice, and pulses, that will help you big. It's a series of DC pulses at twice the frequency of the AC input. All right? So when you see this, there's only one that says twice. Do you see that? It's the fourth one. If you answer that and remember the word twice, you'll have this answer every time, right? Second, which of the following is an advantage of a horizontally polarized antenna? Should have put that in. As compared to a vertically polarized HF antenna, all right? Horizontally polarized antennas have lower ground reflection loss. That's the truth. That's what it is. Vertically polarized are affected by terrain and by ground, like trees and forests and things like that, but not horizontally polarized. They don't have the same problem. You have lower ground reflection losses with a horizontally polarized dipole HF antenna, okay? And this talks a little bit about polarization. And you've got vertical and you have horizontal, and there's also circular. But the point is, the main issue is that horizontal polarized antennas, it's horizontal to the face of the earth, where verticals go in a line. So think about that. It's perpendicular to the surface of the earth, where horizontal stays parallel to the earth's surface. That's why, things like trees and stuff don't affect horizontally polarized antennas. Good reason why dipoles are so good in HF amateur radio. All right, why is it important to know the duty cycle of the mode you are using when transmitting? We'll make it an all-in today. All right, so why is it important to know the duty cycle of the mode you're using when transmitting, right? Is it A, to allow time for the other station to break in during a transmission? Is it B, the attenuator will have to be adjusted accordingly? Okay. C, some modes have higher duty cycles that could exceed the transmitter's average power rating. Or D, to aid in tuning your transmitter. A, B, C, or D. First one in gets, why don't we give him a big cha-ching today? And we'll give him big applause as well. Good luck. All right, so why is it that knowing the duty cycle is so doggone important? First one up, Rodney in Holland, Papa Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey says, C, some modes have high duty cycles that could exceed the transmitter's average power rating. And you know what's really cool about this? He has that correct. Big applause. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's right. He's right. I'll give you a good example. If you're doing voice, right? Say, for example, you're calling CQ. Okay, so that's maybe, I don't know, maybe you make it 10 seconds or 20, whatever. But if you're doing stuff like, long digital modes, you're transmitting a lot of power all at once, and it just keeps going and going and going. Then it stops, then it goes again, it goes again, it goes again, stops. Some modes tend to use a higher transmit time than others. For that reason, it could exceed the transmitter's average power rating. You could blow your final. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you know what you're doing and make sure can do it right for your radio, okay? Next question. What is indicated on a waterfall display by one or more vertical lines on either side of a digital signal? We'll make this an all-in, okay? Yeah, back-to-back all-ins. How about that? By the way, the last one, Steve got it right. So did Aaron, and so did Dave. And yeah, Todd, C, works call. There you go. It always does, yeah. And Soul Studios, welcome to the show. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Delta Golf. Always a pleasure. Thanks for coming back. Nice to have you. Second all-in of two. What is indicated on a waterfall display by one or more vertical lines, careful, listen, on either side of a digital signal? Is it insufficient modulation? Is it B, lawn path propagation? Is it C, backscatter propagation? Or is it D, overmodulation? A, B, C, or D? First one in. Let's give them another cha-ching and some regular applause. Good luck. Good luck. Again, just talking about, one or more. I know Rodney's going to be all over this one. He was. Look, he's right. I'm right on. Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. D, overmodulation. He's 100% right. Yep, he's correct. And that's true. And this is one of Rodney's pet peeves. He told me about this. He goes, this is one of my pet peeves. People who overmodulate running digital modes. It's true. It really is. Because you just sit there and you go like, gosh darn, really? Do you really need to overmodulate that much? You're pegging your ALC. You're stepping on everybody else. It's just bad. Not good at all. So overmodulation is what you have When you're looking at a waterfall display and there's one or more vertical lines on either side of a digital signal, that's how you find out. Yep. Next question. At what point in the solar cycle does the 20-meter band usually support worldwide propagation during daylight hours? Okay. 20 meters is always open. Good solar cycle, bad solar cycle, doesn't matter. It's the most reliable amateur radio band that there is. 20 is so reliable. So whether we're in the bottom or the top, unless there's a major solar storm, 20 meters will be perfect. It'll happen at any point in the solar cycle. Just remember, 20 is the one band that's most reliable. So therefore, it's going to work at any point in the solar cycle. I'll get to welcomes in just a moment. How close to the upper edge of the phone segment should your displayed carrier frequency be when using 3 kilohertz wide upper sideband? All right. Again, we're talking about the edge of a band segment, right? And how far your transmission should be from that end at the very top. If you're 3 kilohertz wide, it's a common sense answer. It should be 3 kilohertz below the top, right? So D, at least 3 kilohertz below the edge of the band. You'll have it right. Gives you the answer, okay? This gives you an idea of exactly what we're talking about using 20 meters as the example. Edge of band, 14.347. You shouldn't be any higher than that, all right? Next, which of the following instruments may be used to monitor relative RF output when making antenna and transmitter adjustments? Simply a field strength meter. That's it. Just use a field strength meter and you'll be able to make sure everything is working perfectly with your antenna. Here's what we don't get very often. What does the Q signal QRL mean? All right. QRL has to do with, are you busy? Okay, it means, are you busy? It can also mean is frequency in use, and it's Morse code related. You're not going to usually hear people calling this on voice. Call sign QRL? No. It has to do with, are you busy or is the frequency in use? QRL. That's a Q signal we don't usually get or hear on the test. So that's a kind of a neat one to get a new question. What's the power limit for beacon stations? So only got 2 more questions after this. Beacon stations are limited to 100 watts. Period. The end. Only 100 watts. If you remember 100 PEP output, you'll be fine. It's the only one there that has 100, right? This is the last question. What is the minimum allowable discharge voltage for maximum life of a standard 12-volt lead-acid battery? What this really means is, what's the minimum amount of voltage you need out of a battery to power your gear? That's really the answer. 10.5 volts. Just remember, if it's not 12, it's the one below it. And if you look at the answers given, that's the one below it, 10.5 volts. You'll have it right. Thanks a lot to Ham Test Online, sponsor on Ham Bites General today. They have a 100% money-back guarantee if you failed that test. Find them online, www.hamtestonline.com. It's good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday. I do want to say a quick hello to somebody who is a dear friend, and I haven't seen him in forever, but he's a really special friend. Jason died to my dear friend. He said, water damage.
Where's the kaboom?
Yeah.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There you go. Jason, good to see you. Thanks for coming, buddy. He's a dear friend. Jace, how's your dad and your family? I hope everybody's well. As your darling daughter, McKenna. Man, I still have her pictures, by the way. Jason and I are really close. He lives close to me. And his daughter made some pictures when she was littler, and they're still on our refrigerator. Jason, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming today. Jason knows the story I'm telling today, by the way. Yeah, he knows all about that. Soul Studios. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something really important to share, and with that, we have to share some very important music. Ladies and gentlemen, Soul Studios has just passed his extra exam a few weeks ago, and all of these are still fresh for him, which I think is fantastic. My goodness, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Golf, congratulations, new extra. That's so cool. Wow, that is so awesome, man. Congratulations, man, that is awesome. Another extra. That is so cool, really is. And Todd, bless your heart. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I want to welcome my brother Bob, Chrissy WIFI. Welcome to the pool. Jump in the pool and just make sure that you don't dive in because it's only 3 feet. Don Bush, welcome. The state of Iowa is here. State of Idaho is here. Whiskey Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Papa uniform. He goes with a slant QRP. Hi, Don. Good to see you as well as always seeing you here. Country Strong just posted a pic of my new sim/shack. Need suggestions for FT991A placement. Good idea. We can give you, and we can help you with that. We certainly can. And Big Dude, that's so cool. Soul Studios, thanks for sharing that. That's really cool. All right, I have a story for you. It's a really true story. And I don't ever share my personal life to certain extents with you because I can't. But this is one I'm going to share with you because it has to do with the state of Indiana. All right. As you know, we have been looking for a long time to get a little puppy that will go with our dog Miley. Same breed as her. She's called the Coton de Tuileries. That's Miley. Our little boy is named Jasper, and they're both really sweet. So we found a puppy is coming from the state of Indiana. His name is Jack. This is Jack right here. And we really went out on a limb to get his sister Jill. We really did. We weren't going to do it. And then it's like, okay, how can you break up Jack and Jill, right? And so, okay, we figured out. All of a sudden, my wife goes, no kidding, and she puts the money on her credit card to pay for both Jack and Jill. Just, okay, pays it right. And we're figuring out how we're going to pay for it. I had the Urban Beam for sale, and I made sure to ask if it was okay to share this part of the story. So I am. So I get an answer back from one of our viewers, and you guys all know him very well. And I want to tell him thank you, first of all, because it was miraculous how it all worked out. And this is the true story. When we put the money down to get both of them, we put all the money to be able to spend, right? And that's a lot of money. These dogs are not cheap. And thankfully, the breeder was good enough in Indiana to give us a break. That was huge for us. We had to get a break on price. Otherwise, we would never, ever have afforded to do this. So as we kind of went along, we finally made the decision we're going to go and buy the puppies, both of them. And we've got to fly out to Indiana, which means we're not going to India. We're actually flying to Chicago and then driving into Indiana, back to Chicago to fly home to Oregon. Thanks to Roger McKeon. Kilo Juliet 7 Lima Lima X-ray. Molly makes K9. He said, I want to buy the Urban Beam from you, and I want to buy the rotator from you, and I will pay so I can get those items, right? That paid off the money we needed to be able to buy little Jack and Jill and get them home. So we put the antenna up on the top of the family drive, the family wagon, 4-wheel drive van, and we traveled out to a place called the Dalles to meet with Roger. We had all the stuff. This was on Saturday of this weekend. There's Roger McKeon and myself in the Dalles, Oregon. Very windy day, but we got the picture right there. That's Roger right there, Kilo Juliet 7 Lima Lima X-ray. And here is Roger and Molly together. And it was such an honor to meet Roger. And the cool part about it was his birthday. And what I loved about that was we got to celebrate his birthday at the restaurant, and they came by with this gigantic, like, I don't know, was it Roger, 5-layer cake or whatever? And we asked, okay, so what do we owe for this? We wanted to treat him to lunch. And they said, it's his birthday. We don't charge anything for that. I said, well, geez, it's my birthday too then. Okay. Not really. Anyway, so what happened? Let me share real quick. This allowed us to make the trip to Syracuse, Indiana to pick up Jack and Jill. Long ways away. In the state of Indiana, it's right here in the north, kind of the northeast corner of Indiana. So it's this far from where we live. It's a long flight into Chicago, Illinois, and then back. Now, I have some experience going into the state of Indiana before. I've only done it once, and it was for a reason that just is this story I've never told. My brother Bob and I, when I got hurt at my last job, which disabled me for life, I got a settlement for that, right? And we were able to custom order a special car. We waited for months for that car to be built and delivered to us here in Oregon. And they couldn't do it. Chrysler couldn't get the car in time. 2 days away from our financing expiring, I ended up buying a different car and went all the way to the city of Chicago and then down into Indiana to get the car. No kidding. I want to show you the car because it was really pretty, and it's one of my bucket lists. This is the car I bought. It's a 2016 Chevy Camaro Indy Festival car, one of 52 that were made, This was car number 48, and this is taken out of Moab, Utah. That's where the picture was taken. Had a chance to buy the car, but then what happened was catastrophe. We had a major house fire. It was 6 months old, and you can barely see it between the fireman that's a second from left and the one that's next to him. That was our house fire. Destroyed basically everything we owned. It happened in January of 2017. This car was absolutely unrecognizable. So a few days, it's like about a week and a half after the house fire, we went to the Dodge dealership where we ordered the Challenger to look at another Challenger that was for sale, because I checked to see if the old car that we had built, custom built, was still available. And it wasn't. It wasn't even showing up on the internet. We show up at the dealership, and there it was. The exact car we custom ordered. Okay, no joke. It gets better. So the car's there, and the sales manager comes out, and he glares at me, and he says, "We haven't been able to sell that son of a," you get it, car in 7 months. And I said, "Well, sir, you have today." And from then on, they were really nice to me. It was amazing how, money makes such a difference, right? Anyway, so I was able to get the car. And the cool part about it was it's still now in the garage. And if this car had come on time on the train, it's the car that would have been destroyed. So this was instead on the dealer lot, safe and sound. We lost the beautiful Camaro, but got the car we ordered in the first place. And what's cool about getting Jack and Jill, we have to fly into Chicago to get them. And today, I bought tickets to take Karen to Wrigley Field. Yep, we're going to go see the Cubs play. My favorite baseball team. So we'll see them play on the 25th. Thanks to Roger and Molly for buying the antenna. That's the whole story. And you know what? It happened so fast that everything just came together. Within 5 minutes of Karen putting that charge for both dogs on her credit card, Roger gets a hold of me and said, "My birthday's tomorrow. I'll buy it. It's an early birthday present." Roger, from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you. Thank you so much. Really, I mean that. Thank you. That's what happened. And that's like this channel is that way. People are just kind. And it was a treat to spend your birthday with you, Raj, for just a portion of it. Molly is such a sweet girl. I am so honored to host the show. Guys, really, that's why I say when I'm not here, I miss not being here, because you guys mean a lot to me. You really do. All right. I am on 10 meters FT8 right now, but what I'm going to do, because I know that not all the world is on 10, I'm going to move over to 15 real quick. So we're going to go down to 15 meters and hopefully maybe be able to work some people here in the States. So we're on 15 meters and I will enable TX. I'm just calling CQ. That's it. So I'm just hitting the CQ button and we're calling CQ on 15 meters. If you'd like me to call the show, please let me know. We're going to say thank you to somebody. Jules Vine. This is so cool. Jules lives on the Isle of Skye. This is such a neat place. You've seen him a little bit of times here in the channel, right? And this is really my honor to be able to say thank you to him because, we don't get a chance to say enough of that. And so we're going to take a moment to just thank a really pretty cool guy who watches the channel from a very unique place. And by the way, thank you very, very much for coming to watch the channel. I'm just going to play something fun that may not be from Scotland, but you understand. The last time I played something for Scotland, they copyright me, okay? Jules Vine copies his call sign 2 Mike 0 Romeo Mike Victor, lives in Kilmore, Isle of Skye. Here's where it's at. This is his village right here. And your shoes get so hot, kind of move out. Tired feet will fireproof. That's where Jules lives in Scotland. Down by the sea. Let's take a look at Jules' world. On a blanket with my baby's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk. Out of the sun. Under the boardwalk. We'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk. People walking above. Under the boardwalk. We'll be making love. Under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. From the park you hear the happy sound of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah.
a blanket with my baby, it's where I'll be.
Thank you so much, Jules Vine, 2 Mike 0, Romeo Mike Victor from Scotland, the Isle of Skye, for watching Ham Radio Live. Mate, it is my honor and privilege to host the show and to be a part of your life too, man. Thank you. Isn't that cool? Man, oh man. I'm grateful for stuff like that because, you don't always get to say thank you to people who watch it. And this taught me a lot over the weekend. It really did when I had a chance to meet with Roger. What a treat it is to host this show. I mean, I did this for fun to kind of, blow off some steam from the worries of my life with my brother and stuff. And what's happened is something well beyond my comprehension. This has really opened up my eyes and my life to all of you, and you've become friends. Thank you. Thank you sincerely. I know you got other stuff to do and other YouTube channels to support and like. The fact that you come to this YouTube channel is very humbling to me. I don't take this seriously that way. I don't know how many subscribers I have. I don't ask for subscribers. I come here to meet with you guys and have some fun. Mission accomplished, guys. Thank you. Really mean that very, very much. Thank you very much. You guys are pretty darn special to me. Today's topic question. It's a little bit, little squirrely, okay? Do you think the U.S. should maybe to have the same band plan you have in Europe? Now, for Europeans, I know this means that, like, for example, just using one example, 40 meters, we would lose 7.2 to 7.3 because we don't have the shortwave broadcasters y'all have in Europe, right? But by merging some way, like what Rodney said, it would help to make things maybe easier, right? I like the idea that was mentioned about possibly following some of the UK band plan for technician license, giving them more HF. Not as much power, right? Can't go to 100 watts, but you go to 10 and then learn how the radio works. Learn how hard it is to pick up signals, to make calls at 10 watts, but learn the value of a gain antenna. If you have 10 watts and an antenna that maybe has 5 decibels of gain, you now have a lot more than 10 watts going in one general direction. Let us know, and please, we'll make it part of today's show. Right? Currently on the 15 meter band, so making calls on 15, and made a call just a moment ago to Japan. Let me just check everything, make sure I'm not missing anybody that's tried to make the call in, and we have not. Calling CQ again on the 15 meter band. Please try and make a call with me on the show. We're also going to try and work a sideband call. I haven't done that in a long time, so I do want to be able to make a sideband call today, hopefully to somebody out there, and we'll see if we can make the call. And what I'm going to work on is just making it at 50 watts. Today's topic question: do you think North America should follow the band plans in Europe? Let me know. We will make it part of the show. We're going to take a look at the angry hams in a moment. But first, Chris, Golf 7, Victor Echo Oscar, who is in Europe, says it would be good North America followed European band plan for 80 meters, or if UK could have some of their part. There you go. That's a nice comment. Yep. Because they're limited on 80 as well. 3.8 is the limit for 80 meters. Be nice to get a little bit more, wouldn't it? Yep. Chris, nice comment. Absolutely. And Roger, thank you. Sincerely, men. I owe you so much more than thanks. Wow. What a miraculous thing. Truly mean that very, very much. All right. I think I got everybody here. I believe so. Hold on a second. Nope. Rodney. 'Twas the night before the live show. No stations were calling, not even FT8. Ah, never mind, wrong story. Keep your day job, Rodney. It's funny. Took him a while to do that. Don, thank you. That's a true story. Sometimes the moral of the story. We went to that dealership to wait for that car to arrive. 2 weeks easily. And Bob would go down to the corner and wait for the truck to deliver cars. I'm not kidding. That's how much we were excited because he and I ordered it together. We did it together. And it goes to show sometimes the answer is not no. Sometimes the answer is not yet. That's the answer. Not yet. Patience. So important. Thank you, guys. Appreciate about the story. Thank you. It's really true story. And it's like that car is so special. And it's interesting because the Challenger now, we just show it. That's all we do. It's got like 30,000 miles on it. We just take it out of the garage on nice days and we show the car. And it's been fun. We don't win a whole lot of awards, but in our hearts, we're very happy. Steve says, great story. I was going to be disappointed if there wasn't a picture of Molly as well. There you go. Got Molly in there too. Yep. Molly is so doggone sweet. She is. And Soul Studios, thank you. Your production quality is top-notch for life. Thank you. That's very, very kind. Very nice. Thank you. And Aaron, you traded up, Larry. Thank you, sir. I'll tell you what, my bucket list, everyone has a bucket list, right? Well, mine was, I wanted to buy an Indy car and drive it home. That's true story. So I was little. It came from when I was a little kid. When was that? I think, do the math, 16. I was a very impressionable 16-year-old. My mom bought a brand new, this is going off the trail moment, but it'll make sense in a moment. She bought a brand new 1980 Turbo Trans Am from Pontiac. Beautiful blue color. Anyway, my brother Bob and I sat in the Indy pace car that they had on the showroom floor of that dealership. It was a 1980 Pontiac Indianapolis 500 Trans Am. It was a replica car of the car that, paced the race that year. And I looked at him and I said, someday I'm going to get one of these. And I thought, I want to go get it, drive it home. I got that gift. It was cool. The top was down most of the way. It was a beautiful drive, except for one area in Illinois when this major thunderstorm hit, and I was grateful to find a place underneath a gasoline station awning, and get out of the storm. It was so bad it dumped well over 10 inches of water. It was really a bad storm, but it was a true story. It was amazing. I bawled my eyes out when I lost the Camaro. I did, because it was hard to lose it, but then to get the Challenger was pretty cool. Yeah. Roger McKeon, you're welcome, Larry. I'm glad I could help. Man, you did more, and that was a miraculous thing. Timing was very, very brilliant. Nice to be able to do that. Rodney, well, I see North Carolina, Florida, Colorado, but no K7HN. That's probably because you don't see me very well. Andy New, Mike 7, Charlie, Union November, a very good afternoon. Thank you for coming. And I believe I've got just about everything. I will check WhatsApp. Thank you for doing that. Aaron says, a 72 Dart, 2-door I'm building. What engine? You run in the 318, 340? 340. Sorry. Eamon Azar, speaking of Indiana, welcome. Good to see you, mate. Eamon will be there 26th and 27th of April. Love to say hello to you. Let's take a look at the Angry Ham, see how they feel about today's show.
There was something thrilling about being in the show tonight.
Yep, not having to watch it.
Okay, first of 2 questions. New month, here is question 1. When you are testing a new dipole antenna, the VSWR is high, but less so at the high frequency end of the band compared to the low end. What does this suggest? A, the overall antenna length is too short. B, the overall antenna length is too short. Sorry, too long is A, too short is B, pardon me. So A, the overall antenna length is too long. B, the overall antenna length is too short. C, the coaxial feeder is too long. Or D, the coaxial feeder connections need to be reversed. A, B, C, or D. Let me know your answer. We'll give you a cha-ching and some claps. Good luck. We have had this question before. Oh, you're putting a stroke motor in? Oh, this is sweet. A 420. He's stroking a 340 small block. That's so cool. 340 was the best little V8 that Chrysler made, man. That's amazing. Big applause. I always wanted the 346 pack when I was young, back in the day. Glenn Stevenson, welcome Australia back. Hello, my friend. Always good. Always good to see you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Stephen, make it to the UK. You know what? I would love to. And the signals make it even better than that. Eamon, I'll look the email for that. Okay, I really will. Because I'd love to be able to see you. That would be just such a treat for me. Because I don't have your phone number. I don't. So if you want to email it to me, please do. Andy Kelly, first in. B, the overall antenna length is too short. That is 100% right. Cha-ching and applause. Thank you. Good joke, Andy. Yeah, okay. If the antenna has a VSWR that is high at the low end, but lower at the top end, your antenna is too short. That's it. It's the wording of the question that makes it kind of weird. Eamon also with B, Glenn with A, Aaron with B, Andy with B, Steve with B, And Rodney, should I answer? You know what? Don't worry about it. Glenn, should I change to D, please? Sure, go ahead. Yeah. 550 horsepower. Very good, man. Absolutely. That's cool. That's really cool. Wow. What a neat story. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Aaron. That's really neat. Love those cars. Really do. Second question. The world is up by 5. The 10-meter automated beacon band segment is located at which of the following frequency ranges? Is it A, 28.000 to 28.2 megahertz, B, 28.2 megahertz to 28.3 megahertz, C, 28.3 megahertz to 28.4 megahertz, or would it be D, 29.2 to 29.3 megahertz? All right, there's your question. A, B, C, or D. First one with the right answer. Why don't we go with Cha-Ching again, and we'll give them big applause. Good luck. Yep, good luck. FT8, sorry, FT8. FT8, just a moment. Hey, now we're working. Look at this. You know what we're doing? No kidding. Hold on. We're working a G7 out of Europe. This is awesome. Very cool on 15. No joke, really. Yeah, working 15 meters. So is this one of our people? Let me see. Golf 7, Delta X-ray. Wait. Bravo X-ray uniform. Sorry about that. That's cool. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's go back to the topic here. Where's the beacon segment here? Andy Cowley, again, can it be possible 2 for 2? He says B, 28.2 to 28.3. My gosh, 2 for 2, that is worth big applause. Yeah, it's 28.2 to 28.3. That's where the automated beacon segment is located on 10 meters at least. So good work there. Eamon also had that right. Just got eked out just a little bit. My dear friend Glenn with C. Mate, good to see you. My best to you and your family. Glenn has the world on his shoulders, kind of like I do in a way, but he probably more so. Taking care of both parents. Glenn, it's an honor to have you here. Thank you for coming today. It's great to see you. Clip Bolts with D. Andy New was with B. Steve had E. E, I love E. Let's do E again. Let's have that's great. Aaron said my VE band blanket might screw me on this. No kidding. Ronnie, it's 28.190, 28.225 over here. Yep. And look at what it is in South Africa. Ryan, 28.190 to 28.225 in South Africa. Don, gotta run. See you later, mate. Thanks. All right. That's the right answer. Congratulations, Andy Cowley. He got 2 for 2 today, and that means North America is behind by 10. All right. We're in the 15-meter band right now. We've made a couple of quick calls, and I think we're trying to finish with the person in Great Britain. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Nope. We're good. So let's try and see if we make a quick call on the radio, and I'm going to move off of this as soon as we stop transmitting, and we'll see if we make a call. We're heading towards the east-southeast today on the Buddy Hex. So I'm going to just stop transmitting real quick. We're going to halt it. And we're just going to move over to the voice band. So let me move over real quick. And we're going to bump up to voice. And I think what I'm going to do is let's try 15. Let's stay on 15 meters and see what we can come up with today on the show. We haven't done this in a long time. So let me get some volume for you so you can hear the radio actually work. Wouldn't that be fun? Hang on. For some reason, why is this happening? Hold on. Let's see. Well, we got everything except for audio today on the radio. I'm not sure why that is. We'll go to upper sideband. That would be nice. Upper sideband, no data. Thanks. Hold the fries too. I think I'm going to figure out what's going on with the radio. But for some reason, we're just not getting that audio on the radio today. I appreciate you coming. I don't know what the heck is going on here. I've got everything set up right, but just having some technical difficulties. That's about it. So I think we're good. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I know upper side bend. I know it's like, okay, I'm on data. I got to move now. It's the lower side bend. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. We had a topic question today. What do you think about North America following European band plans? And we had some mixed things. It'd be nice to have wouldn't it be nice to be able to work together in many ways? For example, I like how the UK does their licensing. They give people some HF and VHF, UHF, right? And they allow them to use less power. But that's how they learn. I think that's so brilliant. I think the States, we could learn a lot from that. I think that the other thing that happened in the States is that they gave like digital privileges, or not necessarily at the time, Morse code privileges at the time, and radio teletype to technicians on more HF bands so they can work HF, right? But since WSJTX came out with FT8, FT4, those suite of programs, it has given technicians a new lease on life to be happy on HF because they love to work digital modes. And I'll be honest, I'm working countries I've never worked before because I'm working digitally instead of with a voice. I want to thank Rodney for that. Rodney's been amazing, just an amazing guy to help me, with all of that. By the way, Steve, nice comment. PSK reporter shows your signal going to Japan and all the way to the Canary Islands in the other direction. Steve, thank you. I need to do a show on that. You know that I do. Great time for the alarm to go off, huh? I need to do a show on PSK Reporter. I did it a while back, but it's been a while. North America Bandplans. I think the UK folks, I think they have a really good idea because they give you HF, but not with a lot of power. Here in the States, you can use digital and as a technician, right? And I heard it was somebody say, I don't need to license up yet. Man, if you want to work HF, you absolutely should because there's such a big difference. Plus, you get 20 meters if you want to work digital here in the States. 20 meters is a big deal, really is. And Aaron, I agree with you. I love FT4 as well. It's fast, it's quick, you get the same calls, but it's like, that makes it kind of nice. All right, I want to help you guys close. Before we close, I want to thank you guys for coming today. My hope is to come back for Friday Funnies. What I need is I need 3 things from you. Number 1, send me some funnies on Discord. Please, I'm on a show for the show on Friday. Number 2, let me know if you'd be interested in an OTH Radio t-shirt. I'm talking about making something cool. That profits from the shirt are going to help a children's charity to help with cancer research. No joke. Once I pay back the guy for designing the thing and for the production cost, then the profits for every shirt is going to go right in to a place called the St. Baldrick's Foundation. They're here in the States, but they research children's cancer cures and treatments. That's a big deal to me after taking care of my brother with cancer for 12 years. So that's how the proceeds will go. I'd love to do an old-fashioned radio station t-shirt and have it fun. If you'd like to be in on that, let me know. The third thing I'm going to ask you is to be patient with me. I love doing that. I enjoy YouTube. In fact, Karen asked me today, so what are you going to do today? And I said, I'm going on YouTube. And she said, good. You've missed that so much. And I said, well, honey, I tried not to do it for 5 days so we could have those 5 days. And she was like, you know what? Thank you for that. And she says, because of how it started off, where we got to meet Roger and Molly, that made it great. Just made it great. Thank you, guys. Mean that very much. Special to do the show for me. Andy knew matching band plans would be good, but try convincing the 41-meter commercial station. Indeed. Yeah. Shortwave makes a big difference. And Aaron, thank you for the shirt thing. I think it'd be fun. And to be able to help children makes it better. If you'd like to get into amateur radio, let's do this group. The Radio Society of Great Britain. Great group. Good mates, and they're solid at what they do to help people. They have an amateur radio directory of clubs worldwide. So just get a hold of them wherever you are in the world at www.rsgb.org. Let them know you'd like to get into amateur radio and where you live. They'll send you an email back with a local to you amateur radio club. That's how it works. And that club will help you answer questions, get licensed, and get on the air. That's how easy it is. And I guarantee it, you'll have a ball. We got about maybe 2 years left in the solar cycle going up. Now's the time to do it. www.rsgb.org. You know, it's been a while since I've done a show. And then before that, it's been a while since I did another show. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's have some fun. We're going to play an old commercial that you'll remember, I hope. And then we're going to play an old sign-off from, why don't we just play an old radio sign-off? So we'll get to that in just a little bit. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November, wherever you may be in this great world. God bless you. I mean that. Thank you for watching Ham Radio Live. Your friendship is priceless to me. Goodbye, everybody.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
This is Radio Australia, transmitting from the Melbourne studios of the Australian Broadcasting Commission. Good evening, everyone. This is Radio Australia, the overseas service of the Australian Broadcasting Commission. We're transmitting the North America and Central Pacific service on 17.84 megacycles per second, 16.82 meters, 15.32 megacycles, 19.58 meters, and 21.74 megacycles, 13.80 meters. The time in Eastern Australia is 11:01 hours on the morning of Friday, the 11th of July, 1969. And this is Vic Kennedy, pleased to be with you once more for the next hour.
The South Australian Senator Nick Xenophon says the ABC has underestimated the impact shutting down its shortwave service will have. The broadcaster will today switch off its shortwave transmission in remote parts of northern Australia and across the Pacific. Senator Xenophon says he plans to introduce legislation next week to force the ABC to reinstate the service. He says the loss of the service will be felt far and wide.
The fact is this will affect thousands of Australians who are in remote areas, but it seems it will affect many tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of people that are regular Radio Australia listeners throughout the region.
The Northern Territory Cattlemen's Association Chief Executive Officer Tracy Hayes says many Territorians feel abandoned by the decision to switch off the shortwave service.
This sends a fairly strong signal to people that live in the bush that they are no longer the national broadcaster and that they simply have lost interest for those of us that live and work in rural areas, and it's very difficult to draw any other conclusion.
Well, that's it, folks. After 80 years of shortwave broadcasting and 72 years at this site at Shepparton, Victoria, the Australian Broadcasting Commission now considers shortwave too old-fashioned. And if you live in a remote area now and you want to listen in, you'll just have to carry around a satellite dish.
That's all, folks.